Hi everyone. I'm back again this evening. Just before I go to bed, I just thought I'd come and share about finishing well. What do I mean by finishing well? Well, we're taking it from 1 Kings 11, 1 to 13. I could have titled this clip From Grace to Grass. But the phrase, it is not how you start, but how you finish, almost seems like a cliche. In Solomon's case, though, this holds true. So this is the story of the king who built the temple of God instead of his father David. And we read about that in 1 Kings 6. Also, we see the elaborate dedication of the temple when Solomon is finished building it in 1 Kings 8. So this is the man to whom God appeared twice. The second time is seen in 1 Kings 9 after the dedication of the temple. Oh, the wisdom of Solomon was unsurpassable. We remember him in the story of the two women and the baby. And this is the man of fame that Queen Sheba traveled miles to see on account of his wisdom. Solomon was blessed by God and was a man of great wealth. Sadly, Solomon could not finish well because of his many wives, who turned his heart away from God. Oh, the influence of a woman. I've always said, it's out there, that a woman can make or break a man. The beginning of Solomon's downfall was his love of women, and it's many, many women. It is not like he was just married to a lukewarm Jewish woman. Oh no, foreigners, you name them, Edomites, Sidonites, Hittites, those nations that they were told specifically by God not to intermarry with. He was unequally yoked. Instead of him influencing these wives of his, they caused him to fall. In fact, he built high places for their gods and all kinds of evil worship, like Molech, Chemosh, and what have you. Is this the same man who God appeared to twice, who was no longer loyal to the things of God because of women? Abraham was a wise man indeed. He sent his servant to go look for a wife among his own kin because he did not want to go against God's law or God's rule or covenant that he had made with them. He didn't want his son marrying outsiders who did not know the ways of God. One must jealously guard their faith. It is non-negotiable, and it's not something that you can sacrifice on the altar of spousal love or pleasure. What a downfall! And it would cost the house of David exceedingly. This is where we need to be careful because everything we do affects generations after us. I'm sure both you and I know that we are dealing with generational things, curses that came from our parents and our forefathers before. So here it was, because of Solomon's behavior and turning away from the things of God, God was going to tear the kingdom away from him. But because of his covenant and his love for David, he told Solomon that he would not do it during his time, but it would be done in the time of his son's reign. This son knew nothing about his father's ways, but he was going to suffer that consequence. What a tragedy, because of his inability to keep rein on his appetite for women. You see, whatever controls you is what will take you down. That's a word for you and I both. Whatever controls us is what will take us down. It can be your temper, it can be pride, it can be greed, it can be adultery, what have you. See, there are many lessons to be learned here. Faithfulness to God requires daily obedience and prayer, a high level of commitment in our faith walk. It is all or nothing. Anything that comes before God is an idol and must be rooted out, unless we don't want to, of course, but we count on the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, to lead and guide us. We always have to remember that we can do nothing in our own strength. let's count on him to help us. So that's just a word that I came to share about Solomon and his many women. God bless you. I hope you take something out of it. Until next time, have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.